So I thought I'd do a first YouTube video on how to get these Softbox lights that I've ordered actually set up, because it's a bit of a pain, and this one has a little bit of a rattle, but I think generally there's nothing to be worried about. It still turns on. So the first thing was to connect it to the actual top of this. So I've connected it to the tripod stand, connected it to the stand, and then pointed it downwards, because it is a bit fiddly with these rods that come with it to actually get the softbox itself connected. So the way I'd seen online is the best way to do this is generally you address the light itself first. So you put this, so you have the Neewer logo, and get it. So this tricked me the first time when I actually came to connect the softbox. I'd put it over the light, and then I couldn't angle it anywhere, so put it over the stand. Have it so that you then have to take it off afterwards and reconnect the final bit. So let's just get started. So these rods, there's holes in the softbox, you can see there, that these go into. Holes in the light even, not the softbox. So we do bottom and top, so top and diagonal, and then bring the softbox over the top. So again, this was even this was fiddly, because things start falling out. See what I mean? So they don't seem to sort of stand in. So it's bringing this up, feeding it in. Same with the other one, and even potentially doing it this way, feeding it in, and then bringing it in. So you have two bits there, and then at the end of each of the corners, there's a very small Velcro pocket where it needs to go into. So that one's in. Again, that's fiddly. It keeps popping out. But once it's in, it's in. We could have made this a little bit easier in the actual design of these softboxes. So again, I'll come back to that one. So you got one in, and again you see that the end piece of here, it keeps popping out. Once you've mastered this part, I'll never be taking these down again once they're up. So we get the actual, so there we go. We've got two in, into the top part. And now, again with these, I definitely recommend going into the little pocket first, like so. So that one went in nice and easy. And then connecting it into the appropriate area of the softbox. So now it's starting to take shape a little. Just one more to do. I'll spin this so we can see, hopefully. So here we go. So now it's caught a little bit on there. So make sure that all of the other lines are lined up with where the Velcro is. And now the final one, again through, up out the top there, so it's coming through and across the top, into the little pockety bit. Again, anytime today, Mike. So into the pockety bit, then feeds into that final bit of the top. Oh no! So it pops out again. Might be easier now just to stretch it in. There we go. So next I disconnect the light again from the actual tripod. So having the tripod just gives you a little bit of extra movement to get it in the place you want it to get it before you can disconnect it. So it comes up over the stand. So again, so we've got the softbox connected. The part at the back now just needs to pop through and then back onto the stand. Like so. And so it's quite high at the moment. I'm just now doing the Velcro bits at the back. It's covering my face, but I hope you don't mind. So there we go, we have the actual softbox setup. And now next is the diffuser, which again is more fiddly than it should be. So you open it from the backs, like so, but it's all inside out. So you have to flip it all the other way, which again is fiddly. So I think my Amazon review for this product would be fiddly. So you flip it all, each corner. We flip, we flip, we flip, so it's all flipped. And then the way I do this, I line it up to the top. Pop the corners on. So rather than trying to get all the Velcro on first, I just pop the corners on first. The Velcro on second. And then hiding again behind. Pop in the power. And then we can turn it on. So there we go. That's the second softbox setup. Again, it's very light. It was a lot quicker this time. I spent a lot more time last night trying to get this in place. There's dials on the back where you can change the brightness. It goes quite bright. And you can also change the colour temperature. Again, whether you wanted it more warmer or more blue. So there's different ways you can do it depending on your setup. So that's the two softboxes set up. And now I'll do a next video on the actual studio tour once it's all set up.